It's the video that I know you guys have been eagerly looking forward to seeing. Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to Reggae Boyz Commentary, the video that you all have been waiting for, the match preview for Jamaica against the United States, friendly international in Austria. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the matter and look at, perhaps how the team could line up, Reggae Boyz fans, you can let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this as well. What are your, best moments of Jamaica against the United States? Because it's been a fixture that we always look forward to, whether it's a friendly, a World Cup qualifier, a Gold Cup game. It's an encounter that we always look forward to, isn't it? The first Jamaica against the United States encounter that I remember was in 2001 at the National Stadium. Now this is when we're playing the matches in the 12 o'clock sun hot, and Tyrone Marshall and Wolde Harris put the ball into the net, but apparently Tyrone Marshall was offside and Wolde Harris created a foul and Ricardo Full a bicycle kick, and Casey Keller just found a way to dodge all the bullets that were sent by on Andy Lowe. That was my first memory that I remember of the USA Jamaica encounter. I certainly was around in the 90s as well. I do remember some of the fixtures in the 90s, but from minute 1 to minute 90, what transpired and everything like that, that was my first sort of memory. So, those were some of the moments. My first heartbreak in football actually came October 2001, the United States against Jamaica at the Foxborough Stadium in Massachusetts. Jamaica needed a win. We needed a win to keep our hopes alive of qualifying for the 2002 World Cup. Joe Max Moore gave the Americans the lead in the 4th minute. Jamie Lawrence equalized about 10 minutes after. In the second half, Tyrone Marshall fouled Landon Donovan, and Joe Max Moore put the ball past Aaron Lawrence, and the United States won the game. And it was the first time I felt sad in football. It was the first time I actually cried, where a football match was concerned, losing and missing out on a World Cup berth. It was really, really disappointing. As the years went by, 2002, we lost 5-0 to them. Tyrone Marshall with the red hair, Josh Wolf giving us problems, Landon Donovan, 2004, we played them again. Pepe Goodison gives us the lead. Brian Ching equalizes later that year. Eddie Johnson scores, then we go and equalize through Andy Williams. 2005 Gold Cup, Andy Williams misses a penalty. Lose the game 3-1, Ricardo Fulla scores. 2006, we play them in a friendly. I think that was Ryan Johnson's debut. Teofur Bennett scores for us. The US equalize. Didn't play them 2007. 2008. 2009. 2010. 2011. Played them at the Gold Cup. They had a rocky start. They lost to Panama. They squeezed by Guadeloupe. We took them on in the quarterfinals after winning 3 games from 3, and Donovan Ricketts was our hero in the first half, but in the second half, Jermaine Jones and Clint Dempsey made us cry. But then came 2012, the game that we all appreciated at the National Stadium. I was there. 45 seconds in, we're down 1-0. Rudolph Austin squeezes one in. And then Luton Shelton gives us the moments that we all remember. I remember running onto the pitch that day. I, Simon Preston, ran onto the pitch at the final whistle when Jamaica defeated the United States for the first time ever at the senior level. Memories, 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 I tell you. It's a moment that I'll never forget, it's a moment that will live with me, arguably for the rest of my life, to see Jamaica defeat the United States. The Gold Cup 2015 will also stay with us. Giles Barnes, Darren Mattocks, and we know that for the international in 2019 with Shamar Nicholson scoring, I shouted goal so loud that the entire sports department were like, "Wow!" So for me, it was just surprising from that perspective, So in terms of the quality of the goal. So we'll see. But yeah, this is another game in that bitter rivalry. I can tell you though, every time we face the Americans, something always happens. When we face the Americans, it's either something dramatic. If there's not a red card or a yellow card or a surprising result, then something happens. A debut is given to a young player, something happens. So we can expect something to happen, but the question is, what will it be? So we now go to, the 11, what a starting lineup could be, Now, there's two ways we could approach it. We could approach it in a 3-5-2 sort of way. We could look at it in a 3-5-2, right? In a 3-5-2, we'll have Jadine White in goal, Ethan Pinnock, Curtis Tilt, and Liam Moore, central defence. That's Amari Bell, the left back. Right back, Adrian Mariappa. And in front of them, Michael Hector. In front of Hector, Omar Holness and Casey Palmer. And up top, Jamal Lowe and Andre Gray. That's a 3-5-2. Is it something that I would do? No, because I still think that we need more cover in the midfield. So that's why I've gone with a 4-2-3-1. Slightly different from the 11 that I gave on my live last week. So in terms of the 11 that I have gone with, I've gone with Jadine White in goal. Central defenders, Ethan Pinnock and Curtis Tilt. Amari Bell, left back. Adrian Mariappa, right back. Everybody's leaving out Mariappa out of their team. Why? Don't they forget that we need a captain to take the field? Michael Hector and Liam Moore as the holding midfielders. Jamal Lowe, Casey Palmer, Shivani Willis, and Andre Gray. Andre Gray as the lone forward. But behind Gray, the three behind Gray is Lowe, Willis, and Palmer. Palmer, as we know, Casey Palmer, quite a progressive player, only looking to move the ball forward, an individual that is going to keep the ball moving, making it tick, and really give Jamaica an opportunity to create more genuine goal-scoring opportunities. And I think this is an opportunity for Casey Palmer to put some pressure on Daniel Johnson, put some pressure on Ravel Morrison to stake their claim for a place in the squad for the Gold Cup and for the World Cup qualifiers. Now, we know already what the Americans are going to do, but before we look at the Americans, what about from our perspective? What am I expecting? Amari Bell, he should be making his debut. Pinnock, Tilt, all being well. Could give out 5 debutants or even more on Thursday. Amari Bell, just like we've been seeing him doing at Blackburn Rovers, going up and down that left-hand side, bombing forward, underlapping, overlapping. Mariappa, I don't expect to do a lot of work from the attacking perspective. I expect him to sit tight beside Tilt or Pinnock. So at times, I think it's going to look like a back three in certain occasions. So I expect Mariappa to, contribute more from a defensive perspective than an attacking one. Hector and Moore clean up the dirty work, recycle possession, and look for Palmer when they can find him. Casey Palmer, I have outlined what I expect of him already. Lowe will bring that sort of guile, beating players. and that might create space and time for players in yellow to get on the end of opportunities. Willis, same as well, no slouch with a football. And Andre Gray, the man up front. Andre Gray, a guy that could very well score on his debut. We'll see how things progress, but the United States have called up a squad that is no slouch. No slouch at all. It's a squad that is capable of wonderful things. And when you look at the American squad, you think about Dest at Barcelona, you might think of Reina at Borussia Dortmund, Nicolas Gioacchini in Liga, who was born to a Jamaican mother. There's quality. There is quality. And even though we're only basically having 2 training sessions together as a unit before taking the field against the Americans, I'm still confident that our defense can do a solid job in neutralizing the threat of the Americans. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to score, but I still think that this is the sort of game that we need. Why do we need a game of this magnitude, this nature? Because we're going to encounter teams in World Cup qualifying that will be desperate for points, especially on their home soil. And we need to know how we can manage teams that are going to press us from the get-go. And when we win back possession, can we get them on the counter? Can we use the space, the speed that we have to really put games to bed? Can we defend efficiently? And I think that will be an opportunity for us tomorrow, because we know we have pace for days and we're arguably one of the quickest teams in the region. So why not put this to our advantage as well? Using the counters to good effect, using the set pieces. We have the average height of our squad is around 1 meter 82 thereabouts. So the average height of our squad is around 6 foot. Individual players you'll have under 6 feet, but we still have players that can win corners for us, can put the ball in the back of the net. Ethan Pinnock, Curtis Tilt, Michael Hector, Liam Moore can head the football as well. Andre Gray is an absolute demon in the air. So those are things for us to consider. Now, as it relates to the question that you all have been wondering about for quite some time is the prediction, Optimistically speaking, I'm going with 1-1. Optimistically speaking, I know this American team has had time together. I know what they've been able to accomplish, but you want to back your country, don't you? That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing for this game. And I'm hoping that my prediction comes true. If not, it's something that we have to learn on. It's room for improvement for the Gold Cup. Whatever results happens tomorrow, whether the US gives us 4 or 2 or 6 or 9, there is something to be taken from the result and something positive that can be taken from it. And things that you need to have room for improvement in, well, we have not August, but we have April, May, June. The Gold Cup is July. For Tapa and the technical team to be able to sit down and think about how we can cover these areas. I think it's an important area, and tomorrow's game is going to be the type of test that we need, because what's going to happen? We're going to face scenarios in World Cup qualifying where we arrive in a country, in a Central American nation, 24 to 48 hours before kickoff. We're in a scenario right now where we only have 2 training sessions before we're taking on the Americans. I can tell you, when we defeated the world number 3 Chile in 2016, we only had 2 training sessions, and only 1 training session we had with the entire team. Michael Hector arrived for that encounter the morning of the game, didn't have a training session, but he started holding midfield and Jamaica won 2-1. We've proven in the past that we don't let adversity bother us. We've proven in the past that despite limited preparation, limited resources, that we're capable of good results. We have proven that adversity doesn't define us. So the same attitude, the same mentality, if we have that going into tomorrow's game, then certainly the Americans might be caught off guard. Certainly there might be something for us to think about. But I genuinely feel we can get at this American team. They have flaws in it too, especially in the defense. We have something that we can be able to manipulate. I see genuine opportunities for us. The question is, what sort of decision making will we have in the final third? Will it be smart? Will it be intelligent? Will it be forward thinking? If Casey Palmer is on the ball, then you can expect that. Other players, well, we'll have to wait and see. But one thing for sure is we're going to be tenacious once we have all 11 players on the same page. That's for certain. It's going to be a game to remember. In what sense? In terms of a result, in terms of performance? I'm not sure right now, but it will be a game to remember. And remember this, what are we preparing for at the end of the day? What is our end goal? We're preparing for the Gold Cup and we're preparing for the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. That is what we are preparing for. So let us ensure that this game against the Americans, we give everything. Because it's soon that time to get that pen, get that paper, and put down that 23-man squad for the Gold Cup, and put down that player pool for the World Cup qualifiers. Reggae Boyz fans, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, comment it as well. Don't forget as well to like our Facebook page, Reggae Boyz Commentary. And don't forget as well to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Reggae Boyz Commentary. On Thursday, what we're going to do, I'll do a live after the game. And we'll still have Reggae Boyz Commentary live in Thursday evening to discuss more after the game, like the final word or so. So we'll have an instant match reaction after the game, and in the evening we'll have that final word sort of show. So you all can look out for that. All right, guys. So thank you very much for your support. Appreciate it. Come on, Reggae Boyz. Let's beat them. Let's get that result.